What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. Once again, we're back. um, yeah, I was just thinking like a few minutes ago how I was like, man, I kind of want to make a video, but I'm like, man, I'm not really feeling that great. Like, I don't know, spiritually, I guess, or mentally. And so, what do I really have to offer at this point? Do I really have the spiritual joy and positivity that I like to have when I make videos? But then I had the thought that was like, you know what? When I make videos and I try to help people with things, with being positive or being, I don't know, focused on the right things, I know that it is a byproduct. A byproduct of that is that I always end up feeling that way. So it's pretty cool because as long as I'm helping you or trying to help you, I'm also helping myself. And as long as I'm helping myself, I'm also helping you. So it's pretty cool. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to the temple today. If you guys don't know, I'm a Latter-day Saint, and one of the things we do is we try to get to the temple as much as we can to do ordinances, aka baptisms, eternal marriage sealings, and family sealings, and endowments and initiatories. These are all ordinances that we perform in the temple. Mostly we do them for those who have already passed away and who haven't gotten the chance to do them in this life. So our church is having a day today where my specific church, my branch, is having a day today where we go to the temple and do work for the dead. We're doing baptisms plus anything anyone else wants to do. And it's super exciting. I'm really excited. I've been going through a kind of tough time lately, and it's gotten a little bit better, but it's just been a whirlwind. It's like I almost need to stop trying to keep track of it because it's kind of too much to keep up with sometimes. But the reason I said that is because the temple is a really good place to go when you're struggling, when you're having questions about things, when you're like you're searching for clarity, you're searching for answers, you need some clarity and some answers. The temple is a wonderful place to go because because there is so much peace in the temple, and it's a holy, sacred place of God. It's God's holy temple. It's the place where it's a dwelling place of his, right? And so when you're in the temple, you can feel his presence more, and you can feel more peace, and there's more revelation in the temple. You get more revelation when you're in the temple versus when you're in other places. And so it's just a really awesome opportunity. We're going to do ordinances for people, and so we're serving each other by working together. But we're also getting to enjoy the benefits of being there. And I know that with all the dilemmas and questions I have right now, just things that I'm not really sure about, I know that I'm going to get some answers, some clarity there today. So I'm really thankful for that. Like, so thankful. I can't even put a word to it. I can't get into it enough. Or I can't get into it that much because I'll get probably emotional. But yeah, there's been a lot of things going on for me lately. Things with my future, things with my girlfriend / girlfriend on pause / girlfriend on hold / are we broken up? Are we just friends? We've decided to be friends for now. And yeah, it's just I have a lot of questions. I want to make sure I'm doing the right job. I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing, going in the right direction. I don't want to spend a lot of time pursuing the wrong direction, right? So that's like a lot of what my questions are like. But yeah, I'm excited to go to the temple. I had this other thought, and I feel like I took too long talking about this, and now I can't remember the other thought. But there's just a lot of really awesome things going on. And it's amazing. I think it's important for me to make these videos because, honestly, when I don't talk about these things, it's like they don't exist. And I start living in this world where I feel like nothing good is going on because I'm not talking about the good stuff that's going on. But when I talk about the good stuff that's going on, I immediately feel like, oh my gosh, things are so amazing, things are so awesome, right? So it's really, really cool. Yeah, so despite everything, I mean, I've been struggling. I've been going through some really hard times, and at the same time, there's been a lot of good things. It's been very interesting. It's been very quiet, and a little lonely, a little confusing, things like that. But there's been a lot of really good things that have happened. A lot of good news has happened, and the funny thing I'm noticing is that sometimes when I share this news with people, it only goes so far. But when I share it with you guys, not that you're not people, but when I share it with YouTube when I'm making a video, I can just put all my hope out there. I can just put all my excitement out there. And a lot of times when I'm telling a person, a person doesn't always necessarily echo the same feelings, the same thoughts that you have. And so sometimes you're like, yeah. But it ends up going, yeah. Because it's the other person. Nothing against people, but I'm just pointing out that it's a little bit different. And I want to tell you guys, for you guys who make videos, I want you to take advantage of this opportunity. When you make a video, you can be as excited as you want. Don't second guess yourself. And don't worry about how it comes across. You know what I mean? Like, if you're excited, if it's good and everything, just let it rip. Just let it rip. And so yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited about things. I just got done signing up for classes at college, which I'm super excited about. I'm gonna use the phrase super excited a lot. I got some merch. Yeah, oh my gosh, just so many wonderful things. I got signed up for classes in time. I got my financial aid approved, and it was way more than enough to take care of my classes, my books, everything I need. And I have some left over, and they're gonna mail it to me in a check. Like, this is freaking amazing. This is so awesome. And so these kinds of things, it's like, yes, I've been dealing with some really serious, I've been dealing with struggles with my girlfriend and trying to figure things out. But you know what else has been happening? A lot of really cool things. So it's interesting. It's really interesting. I'm really not sure which road to go down. If I'm going to try to repair things with her or not. We've agreed to be friends. We're going to do a scripture study as friends tomorrow over the phone. First time we will be talking together in about 2 weeks. And it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. I've definitely, I've looked in different directions as far as my future is concerned. And a lot of my future plans were plans that I would not have had, I would not have really come to without my girlfriend, because she helped push me, and she helped support me. She helped me realize that that's something I really needed to do. And when things didn't work out with her, when things got really hard with her, I started feeling like, I don't want to do this anymore because this is just her idea, right? And I was talking to my mom yesterday about things, like about school and college and career plans and stuff like that. And to a certain extent, this is an unhealthy dynamic. I guess this is unhealthy, I guess. I made a lot of plans because I wanted a partner, and I wanted kids, and I still want kids, and I still want a partner. But I wanted to, if you're not making money, how are you going to support a family, right? If you just have a job, how is that? I realized that you need a career. I realized that it's okay, and I can actually just suck it up and go to college and learn how to do something and do it as a career. I learned I could do that. And I also learned that, like, it's not too crazy. Yes, it is a very important thing, what you decide to do, right? Because that's what you spend your time on. You gotta like it, and if you're planning to do this, it's a big investment, and you better make sure it's the right thing. But I've been scared my whole life about doing the right thing, basically. Afraid that I would do the wrong thing. And just never really knowing and not really having a lot of options. But for whatever reason, me and my girlfriend were able to talk about things and get through things. And she was really able, for whatever reason, like, it was awesome. Like, she asked me what I needed prayer for at one point. And I told her, I was like, I just really need prayer, like, figuring out what I want to do for work or for a career and stuff like that. She prayed for me, and then I looked back at it again, and it was easier to look at. It was, like, clearer. Like, my mind was clearer. I could think about things more clearly, and that's when I got to the point where I'm at, where I decided to be like a therapist of some sort. And so I started looking into that, and then, long story short, with a lot of with further developments and good developments, I figured out that I wanted to be an LCSW, licensed clinical social worker. And yeah, so that's what I chose, and that's what I'm going to school for. I could change that, and I'm just starting, like, my prerequisites, I guess, getting my associate's degree first. So I can still like change paths a little bit. I mean, you know what I mean? I can change paths within the field of therapy and counselor and stuff like that. But that is, I do feel like that is, I feel like it's a good fit for me. I feel like it's a good calling for me, you know? And so I am excited about that. It's getting sunnier as we go here. It's wonderful. The sun's starting to come out. It was a dreary, rainy morning and night. But yeah, so there's been a lot of really good things going on. I was able to, I mean, like, getting the financial aid was such a blessing. And, like, it's been really stressful. There's been a lot of things going on. And, like, with me trying to figure out school, I was really stressed out about school. And I just didn't know what I was going to do. I was getting discouraged a bit because it was coming down to the wire. And I was trying to, at first I was planning on going to this other school. And then I realized I'd go to Chesapeake because it's cheaper. And then I would just transfer to the other school eventually. And then I was like, oh shoot, I got to make sure everything transfers. And then things with my girlfriend happened, and I'm like, well, you know what? I don't necessarily need to go to UMBC. I can just, I can do whatever I need to do, whatever it is, and it will be fine. And I was looking at the classes I signed up for, and I had a meeting scheduled with a UMBC advisor to talk about my classes at Chesapeake that I was signing up for to see if they'd transfer. And I totally missed that meeting. It was so funny and crazy. Like, it was just, I missed it, and it was almost like it was meant to be. It was almost meant to be that I missed that meeting. Like, it's a little hard to explain, but it just happened like that. Like, I was getting breakfast, and then I was door dashing. I was going to get breakfast, and then I was going to sit and have my meeting, right? And then I was going to go to my grandparents. So I door dashed. I got enough money to get my breakfast. I got my breakfast. I sat and started eating my breakfast and started watching a video on YouTube. And then I got to the point where I was like, man, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm kind of bored. I don't know what I should do. And then, like, a little bit later, I got an email from UMBC saying, hey, how was your virtual meeting? I was like, it was great. I wasn't even there. And it was funny. I forgot about it. And then I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel bad. I wasn't like, oh, shoot, man. I really screwed up. Everything's going to fall apart now because I missed that meeting. I didn't feel anything like that. I was just like, wow. I was like, this doesn't even seem like a big deal, kind of thing. And I'm just like, I'm taking the classes that I'm taking, like, it's going to be fine. But, yeah, I mean, maybe I should check with UMBC, but still, yeah, I guess it's a little bit too, maybe it's a little too late. Who knows? I think I'm pretty, and this is the part that I'm trying to figure out. I think I'm pretty happy with what I've chosen. I think I'm pretty happy with the path that I'm on right now. I think I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. And, things with my girlfriend are completely out of my hands for the most part. I mean, I kind of have to let them run their course at this point. There's things I could do. I could look into it. I could launch back into our old conversations and see, look at some things she said and spend more time thinking about some things she said and trying to come up with a solution, a better solution or whatever. But, I don't know if I feel like doing that is the thing. I don't know if that's, in the cards for me necessarily. And there's been a lot of things that have happened along the way that make me miss her or make me think of her. And even though I was disagreeing with her or I was angry with her about certain things she was saying, I'm seeing shades of things that she's saying and things. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm kind of thinking like, she's right. She's right. And so it's just, it's hard. It's hard to make sense of that. So, but anyway, I'm trying to make the best of things. I'm putting one foot in front of the other. I'm doing just fine by myself, so to speak. Just not in a relationship with her is what I mean. I'm doing fine. It is lonely sometimes and I do struggle. And when I was trying to fix things with her, over these past few nights, I was having, something would happen and I would send a message and I feel like my heart is on the edge waiting for the response. And then the response would come on and I would be shock trauma. And then I'd be feeling like, oh my gosh, and just like, what the heck, what am I going to do? And then that would be the end of the day that would be the way that my day would end. I'd end up feeling like, oh my gosh, man, I just feel so horrible. Like, man, why isn't this working? Why can't this work? Why? What's going on? Is she mad at me? Why? What can I do? All these kinds of things. And that just kept happening again and again. And I noticed that trend. And one night I prayed, this is super personal. But anyway, a very wise friend of mine told me that if I share these personal things, which I might be misrepresenting what you're saying, but I think I got what you're saying pretty much. When I share personal things, it inspires other people to share personal things, and it helps them feel better because they can relate to what I'm going through. And so, and I don't mind being open or transparent, or as much as I can be. It's hard sometimes. You can't show everything in your heart, right? You can't show everything. So, but I got really tired, and I was just I was praying every night. I would pray, please help me fix things, please guide me, and please help me to see which way I need to go and what's going on, and should I try to fix things with my girlfriend, and should I, what should I do, things like that. Please help things to work, and please bless that she will see me and value me. There's a lot of things like that, just a lot of complicated things and a lot of strong emotions I was feeling, a lot of pain and stuff. And I just got down to the point I was kind of broken down, and I just prayed and I said, Father, I'm so tired of having the day end like this, I'm so tired of going to bed like this every night, being distraught, being upset, and just so confused and upset, and tired. And the next day was when, I think it was that night that she asked me if we could just be friends for a time, because we're not going to be able to see each other for a month, because she's doing something somewhere where she's tied up, and I'm not going to be able to see her for a month. And we were going to talk about things in person, the things we were struggling with, but then we wouldn't be able to do that for a month. And it's already been a couple weeks, and it was just left me feeling like, oh man, a month, man. And then when she said that, I was like, oh man, because I asked if we could, video chat, and she was like, I don't think so. She was like, she had all these thoughts and feelings about it and everything, and I was just like, oh man, this is horrible. So And then on top of that was when she asked me if we could just be friends and stuff, and I'm just thinking, like, this all is just, like, I'm so used to this at this point. I'm just, like, I'm so wrecked, it's not even, I'm just, like, this is just life right now. This is just life. So, that's what I was going through, and that's what I was feeling, you know? And so it was tough. And, the next day, I was like, I didn't respond to her question about being friends. I've been taking time to respond to her because these are such deep questions and deep things. And I should take my time. I should take my time to think about what I'm going to say about these things, because it's a lot. It's important. It's important to make sure you're doing the right thing. It's important to say the things that you really mean and things like that. And the next day I went to write her a message, and I was just letting her have it, basically. Or I finally agreed with her. I finally said, I think that it would be good to be friends. And what I didn't say was, because I am suffering, I am struggling, I'm falling apart, I am going through a meat grinder, I am just dying. This is horrible. I can't stand this. This is so much pain and suffering that I just can't deal with. And then, she responded in a kind of funny way. It struck me as really funny. Funny as in odd, funny as unusual. And I don't want to share too much here. But it made me really angry and frustrated. And I was thinking, like, I was so frustrated. And I just wanted to just tell her how I really felt in that moment. And I started texting that. And it wasn't kind, it wasn't nice, it wasn't friendly. It was just like, it was unapologetic feelings and thoughts about things without much filter. And I stopped, and I didn't send that stuff. And then I thought to myself, she doesn't deserve that, she doesn't deserve that. And so I didn't send that. And I just answered her question. And in other words, I kind of just played along, is what I mean to say. I just played along with what she was saying. So I just went with it, and I just answered her question. And this has been kind of a new dialogue, new page, and everything. And we agreed to have a scripture study tomorrow as friends. And that's super exciting. And so I'm hoping to be in better shape tomorrow. I know I'll be in better shape tomorrow by the time that comes around than I'm right now. Because I'm going to the temple. I'm going to get some clarity, get some thoughts cleared up and stuff like that. But, because I can struggle, right? Because, like, if I like someone and then they're like, well, let's just be friends, and I still like them, I still have those feelings, I'm going to be struggling with those feelings, right? How do you just put those feelings away? How do you just change your mind about how you feel about someone, right? So, anyway, that's what I've been had. That's what's been going on for me. And, yeah, so it's been interesting. We had game night at church last night, and we played Trial by Trolley, which is a hilarious game. However, it's a little dark, but it's not really dark. It's more like, it's just like, I guess it is technically dark, but it's funny. It's just funny. It's like, you just gotta kind of, I don't know, go with the flow a little bit. But it was funny, especially in a church setting. And one of our missionaries played with us too, and we had a blast. We just had such a good time. So there's been so many really great things going on. So thanks for listening to me through the ups and the downs. Yeah, so appreciate it. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm excited about school. I'm excited about the temple today. Yeah, a lot of good things going on. A lot of good things. So just need to stay positive, just stay positive, stay focusing on the good stuff. And, I know God's got my back. I know that I have a wonderful future. I know that I am a good person. I know that I'm a good guy. I know that I deserve someone who I know I deserve a good partner. I know I deserve a righteous partner. I know I deserve someone who has the same drive in them as I do for God and for the scriptures and the church and everything. I know I deserve that, and I know I'll get that someday or sometime. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about a lot of things. I'm excited about the uncertain, unknown future, because good things happen all the time. Good things happen at crazy random, in crazy random ways. They just happen, and so it's really exciting. Don't know what the future holds exactly, but I know it's good. Don't have to worry. Can just get through things, and just got to focus on the good, right? Focus on the good. And I've had stuff to do. It's good to keep yourself busy when you're struggling. It's also good to give yourself time to sit around and relax and process and decompress, not decompose, decompress. Decomposing, not the optimal choice there. Decomposing, but yeah. So that's what's going on, and yeah. So hopefully things are going good for you guys. It's an interesting world. Things are interesting. Life is interesting. Life is strange. Life is crazy. Life is unknown. All these things. But you got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. You got to keep doing the stuff you're supposed to do. Keep doing that good stuff you're supposed to do, because that good stuff is just, it makes a difference. It makes a really big difference. I'm doing a little errand right now, and I'm going to see some people I really love and care about. And there's a kitty cat sitting there in all her glory, or his glory, looking at me. Another kitty running around. So it's a good time. It's a great time. Don't stop doing the good things.